Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and today I want to talk about a bunch of games that I really want to see come to the Switch. Now, in the last 2 weeks, we saw the Mario 3D All-Stars Collection come out, and that really proved a point. Nintendo really let their guard down with that game in a way, because they proved to all of us that they can successfully emulate GameCube and Wii games, and even to some degree the motion controls through the Joy-Con motion controls, the gyros that are built in. So, looking at something like Mario Galaxy, how well that ported over, how the HD remaster actually, it looks fantastic, and the motion controls to some degree even work pretty well. That really brings to mind the question of a couple of obvious ones that I want to get out of the way here. Rumors have been circling for a while now that we would someday see a Zelda Skyward Sword remake, an HD remaster, and the Skyward Sword has always been the black sheep of the series because of the motion controls, and it's been kind of locked to the Wii because of how hard it is to emulate those motion controls. But we saw with Mario Galaxy, and to some degree we've seen motion controls used in other games on the Switch as well, that it could be successfully done, maybe with a little bit of modification to some of the button mapping and stuff like that. I think we could really successfully see a Skyward Sword remake on the Switch, and I think we may end up seeing it for the Zelda 35th anniversary next year. The other obvious one that people have been clamoring for, and there's been rumors circling since the launch of the Switch, and that is, of course, the Metroid Prime series. Metroid 1, 2, and 3. Here I have the original copies. I don't have the Trilogy on the Wii, but these games are fantastic and could absolutely benefit from an HD remaster, and I think we've seen that the little bit of motion controls that are in the Metroid games could pretty easily be ported onto the Switch without much of a problem. So, getting those obvious elephants in the room kind of out of the way with the Metroid Prime trilogy and the Zelda Skyward Sword, I think everybody wants this right now, and Nintendo would be absolutely crazy not to port these things over to the Switch at some point. I think it will happen, but Nintendo being Nintendo, they just take their time with these things. The next, several games that I have here, I have a mix of Wii U, PlayStation 2, some Wii games, things like that I think would be a really good fit on the Switch, and just need to get more exposure again to have a chance at a second life. And the first one here is for the Wii U, the NES Remix Pack. Now, this fantastic game took a bunch of NES original games and remixed them in really fun and interesting ways with time challenges and things like that. This was also on the 3DS, and I really feel like this would be a fantastic fit for the Switch, maybe even for the Switch Online service, to be honest. For them to throw this onto the online service mixed in with the NES section, you just couldn't go wrong. Like, there's a lot of fun to be had in this game, and I really think it deserves more legs than the Wii U gave it. Moving on here to a GameCube game, Wario World. I really don't feel like this game got anywhere near the attention that it deserved. This is a fantastic platformer, collect-a-thon, really well made, fantastic production values, great music, great platforming, just an excellent side game to the Mario universe that does not get anywhere near enough love. And I feel like this game, as we've seen Sunshine ported over, no problem, on the Mario All-Stars collection, there is no reason why this couldn't get a little HD remaster. The visuals in this game are fantastic as they are, even on the GameCube. There's no reason why this couldn't be just ported and thrown out for, $20 or $30 or something. This would be a fantastic game, even if it was download only. I really think that this could get a lot of traction on the Switch. So moving to something that's a little bit more heavy and serious, but we've seen massive success on the Nintendo Switch with the Xenoblade series. Xenoblade 2, the expansion, they've done extremely well on the Switch, and I think people are hungry. A lot of people started with the Xenoblade series on the Wii or on the Wii U and moved into the Switch, and they haven't had the experience of going back to the other stuff in the, I guess you can't really call it a franchise, but these games are spiritually connected, and that is the Xenosaga series. Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3. These games are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic games. We've seen other PlayStation 2 games ported successfully to the Switch, so I see no reason to believe that these games couldn't make their way to the Switch and receive kind of another life. It would be really exciting to play through these games again with a bit of an HD remaster, and, obviously, being able to play them portably would be absolutely fantastic. Next game I have here for you, with the success of Dragon Quest XI, it would be fantastic to see an HD remaster of Dragon Quest VIII on the Switch. We did get this on the 3DS, so we know, it's possible, but it would be fantastic for Square to celebrate the older games in the series some more. Would absolutely love to play this game in an HD remaster, and I would absolutely love to play this game portably. And of course, one of the big games that people have been clamoring for, and this actually did get released on Steam not too long ago, which has sparked an awful lot of rumors that it may be coming to the Switch at some point, and of course that is Persona 4. Now I have the PS2 version here. The one that's on Steam is actually Persona 4 Golden from the Vita. But this game, what can I say about this game? It's fantastic. For those of you who have played and beat Persona 5, and that was your first Persona game, this is definitely the best one for you to go back to next and check out. If you haven't played it in a long time, or if you missed Golden on the Vita, being able to play Persona 4 Golden on the Switch seems like an absolutely perfect fit. And there's really no barrier for entry. If it could run on the Vita, it can certainly run on the Switch. The control schemes are pretty similar. The Switch has more power than the Vita did, so there's no reason why it couldn't come to the Switch. Moving back to both the PlayStation and the GameCube to some degree, and that is the Beautiful Joe series, Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. These games are absolutely fantastic, fast-paced platforming games, incredible art style, like cel-shaded art style, and I feel like these games are completely lost on a new generation. You never hear people talk about these games at all anymore, and they're absolutely fantastic Capcom games from, when Capcom was still good. And, as we've seen, these can be ported over pretty easily, via GameCube emulation. And these really deserve to be seen by a whole new generation, and to be enjoyed by the people who did enjoy them before, because there's a lot of love and a lot of life left to give in these games. And then for one last game, and this actually spawns, conversation about a couple of other games as well, and that is Odin Sphere. This game needs to be on the Switch. It is an absolute perfect fit. The art style, the gameplay, this would be a perfect game to play in portable, on the go, and, Atlas, make this happen for us, please. These, Vanillaware type games, they're absolutely gorgeous, and they don't deserve to be stuck on older platforms. We saw the Odin Sphere remake on the PS4, and I don't think there's any reason why we couldn't get the remastered Odin Sphere on the Switch. Make it happen, Atlas. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around for this short video. I really appreciate it. Tell me in the comments, what games would you like to see come to the Nintendo Switch? I'd be interested to know. There are so many fantastic games from history, and the Nintendo Switch is the perfect platform for bringing back old games. Sure, it's a little bit underpowered. That makes it such a sweet platform for these older games, because it's really suited to breathing new life into some of these older games. Anyways guys, thanks for stopping by, thanks for subscribing, take care, stay classy.